Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Girafarig. By request, I seen in the comments a few of you were saying I'm using Shadow Girafarig. It's been crazy, very squishy, but it hits hard with the psychic things as it is getting stabbed and it's doing shadow damage. So I said, okay, let's give it a shot. I invested about 175,000 Stardust, and here we are with this Girafarig. It's got decent IVs. I mean, it could be worse, so we're going to go with that. I do have a couple of shadows still left over for when they do bring out its other form, whenever that is ever going to be here. So with that said, if you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up. We're going to be pairing it up with Shiny Steelix yet again and Charjabug. This thing is going to be great. Having double electric type moves is going to be working perfect because there's a lot of flyers in this remix cup. And on the Charjabug, we're going to be going with Crunch instead of X-Scissor because it is going to be good in situations like that, lowering the defense as well. Alright, so we have a double Psychic Fangs team here with the Steelix as well as the Girafarig, so we can lower that defense and do a lot of damage with our quick moves potentially. Double Kick is going to be on Girafarig. That is going to be one of its newer moves that it did get in addition a couple of weeks ago, whenever that did take place, like a month ago by now. So it is charging at a decent rate. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here up against a Pelipper. Gonna throw the Psychic Fangs, of course, because Earthquake is really not going for that, right? Oh, and one more thing about the Girafarig, its third move, we do have Thunderbolt, but like they said by recommending it to me, they hardly ever used it, and personally I went for it maybe once, and it's going to be up against a Melmetal towards the very end. And we do have a decently lengthy video here because we cranked out those wins. Let's go. So we got a decent lead. Seeing that we're going to be part normal, we're also psychic, but we still are going to be resisting the ghost, and they swap into their Vigoroth here. So we farm up a little bit extra and then bring in the Charjabug as we're going to be able to resist the counter. And that Bulldoze, I mean, we're part electric, but it's not going to be super effective because of the bug typing here. So we're going to go ahead and farm them down at this point after shielding them up, of course. And we're looking pretty good here. Yes, we had to use a shield, but we got a ton of energy. Bringing it at Diggersby, and here's another reason why I'm going with Crunch. X-Scissor's just not doing, I mean, it probably would do a little less damage than that. It's just better coverage for now, so we're going to go with it, right? Up against this Diggersby here. Now, we don't really want to see that with the Steelix. We're going to be doing super effective damage with the Girafarig, and we need to hold on to that shield. Seeing that they still have two, we're not in a great position here. Going for the Psychic Fangs because that's a ground type, and we just want to lower the defense. They let it go, which is perfect. And what we're going to do is go for the Psychic Fangs, lower their defense, bring in the Steelix with Psychic Fangs, and we're going to be doing so much damage here. Now, they can go for Bubble Beam. Maybe they have Ice Beam. Who knows? I think they go for Shadow Ball. And it's not going to be enough even with two here and the quick moves that they do have. And with that Thunder Fang accumulation with the Psychic Fangs, all these damn fangs, it is going to be starting to do more and more damage here. I mean, Steelix is just a boss, so we're going to be able to farm them down. We have a little bit of health left, and we're able to get to one more Psychic Fangs. They're going to let this go because they do know it's over here, and we just munched through everything. That's not going to be the only time Steelix is going to be Thunder Fanging through the entire team here. So next battle, we're met with a Whimsicott, which is not particularly great here. I mean, we can go for Psychic Fangs, which is going to be doing some decent damage, but that Charm is doing way too much. Here's the unfortunate thing before you do make a Girafarig. It just cannot take a hit, okay? So don't expect to be able to absorb whatever because the thing simply goes down very fast. That's just the way it goes. Alright, so they're going to be retreating their Whimsicott and bringing in the Swellotte, and we're going to be bringing in our Steelix, super effective with that Psychic Fangs as well as the Earthquake, but I figure we're going to go ahead and just farm up here. Hopefully they don't have Ice Beam. I do believe that's what it gets. So they hit me with the Acid Spray, lowering the defense. Ice Beam's going to do more if they do have it, but I'm going to go ahead and let this go because it's still not going to be enough. And the quick move's not doing much. It's a Sludge Bomb, and at this point I didn't hit this because I wanted to farm up extra. I know that's still quite a bit of farm, but we're going to need it if we want to hit some sort of Earthquake. But of course, I don't think they'll be in Whimsicott. Maybe it does have Grass built up, which is going to be doing a decent amount. They did lower their defense here, and they have a Renirigus. Okay, I know I say it wrong, or however, that's the way I'm going to say it, and that's okay. Going for Earthquake and landing it. They got one shield left. Swapping into the Charjabug, and we're going to go ahead and shield this. Hopefully it's a Shadow Ball, and we call it correctly. Fantastic, and please let this go. This is what we need to land here. This Crunch, are we going to be able to? And they let it go. Great, down they go. And that Whimsicott back here is going to be resisting both of the moves that we do have. So we're going to see if we can lower the defense. We're going to be able to win this regardless. Well, I mean, yeah, we would have been okay. Discharge still would have been enough to take them out. It's resisted, but it's still going to be doing enough damage, and we're taking that win. holding on to one shield as well, moving it on to the next one, leading with Girafarig the entire time. Met with the Frostlass. I found this to be a very frustrating lead here, although again, these psychic things is just nasty. Paired up with the double kick, you're going to be farming up quick, lowering their defense and doing more and more. So it's a very fun Pokemon to use, that's for sure. Again, it's just going to not be able to take a hit. Alright, so we're shielding up that Avalanche, and I'm feeling like I'm going to want to double shield this here to see if we can take this win. Trying to swap, and we're bringing in the Charjabug here, and hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, it doesn't matter if it's an Avalanche or Shadow Ball, it's still going to be doing a lot. And they're swapping into their Noctowl, which is going to be weak to the Electric. And we're not necessarily weak to flying. It's going to be doing a decent amount. Because of the electric typing on us, it's not quite super effective here. Going for the Sky Attack. We've used Noctowl. You've all seen it. It's amazing, especially now with its Wing Attack buff. Farming up even faster. It's going to be able to spam you very quick here. Of course, it's going to be a Shadow Ball, but Steelix is just absorbing all of it. Throw in these Psychic Fangs so we can do more damage with the Psychic Fang, taking them down a little bit quicker, but unfortunately, they're going to be retreating and bringing in a Pelipper. Okay, that's not unfortunate. That's amazing. You see why I keep on running the Psychic Fang Steelix, and I encourage you to give it a shot as well. This thing is absolutely nasty. Every single time I ran into a Steelix, they're running Dragon Tail, which is typically what you want to run, but hey, you do what you gotta do. Alright, so we're taking down that Pelipper at an extreme rate and getting to the Psychic Fangs up against the Frostlass, and here's that battle that I was telling you about. How we're just going to be crunching through everything, and we take that win. Let's go, Steelix, stealing the spotlight from Girafarig. Girafarig is still going to be putting in the work. Very fun Pokemon to use. Although it is not going to be able to take a hit, I had a lot of fun with it, and it put in the work, and I'm not disappointed with the Stardust that I did invest in it to bring you this video here. Alright, so up against a Shadow Steelix, which is, or Shadow Scizor, but they're going to be swapping to catch a Psychic Fangs on their Mandibuzz. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Steelix because we do resist the flying. Charjabug is also super effective, but this is just simply a better matchup since we do have that massive resistance and we're a tank. We're going to just be able to keep on lowering their defense and crunch right through them here. If they want to bring in the Scizor, that's perfectly fine. We resist the steel as well. By the time we get out of this battle, we're going to be pretty low. And, well, we're at a pretty decent amount of health here. Still in the yellow. And they're bringing in that Scizor. Going to go for the Psychic Fangs. And Electric is neutral to steel, so we're just going to go ahead and go for that, as we're going to be able to do more damage with that over and over again here. This is going to be enough to take them out if they don't shield, and they do, and they're getting to their charge move barely. So they've been debuffed 2 times. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Girafarig to farm them down with 1 double kick, and damn, just 1. That's crazy. All right, it's this battle here. Okay, so we have the Guzzlord, and if you're wondering how did they get it, you trade it. You have to trade a low IV one with a low friendship friend to get its IVs to drop for its combat power to be low enough for it to be in the Great League, and there you go. Simple as that. We're going to be losing this, okay? If we had X-Scissor, maybe. So I get the defense drop. I'm like, come on, give me some hope here. I go for the discharge, and it's just not going to be enough. Now, they did not throw a charge move because they knew what it would take. Just keep on using quick moves. So it's not like, oh, you had 1 shield left. Yeah, I did, but they had energy ready to go, so it wasn't like I misplayed. It was just a very close game. Next battle, met with a Vigoroth here, and Psychic Fangs is getting a shield right off the bat. Love to see that. But they're going to be able to spam me here. 1 Body Slam is essentially going to take you out. But look how much damage our double kick is doing, and we're going to be able to get to the Psychic Fangs a little bit faster, and they let it go. Great. Bringing in an Obstagoon, which is very interesting. I wonder if there's another thing back there weak to Psychic or fighting? Who knows? But I mean, what's weaker to fighting than Obstagoon? So we're pretty much taking them out. They swap with energy into the Togekiss, and as I do bring that in, I swap into the Steelix here. And did I get greedy? Is this going to be a flamethrower? Don't care if it is. Gonna let it go. Nope. Ancient power, and we hit Psychic Fangs, so we're just going to go ahead and let all those go so we can get our good old farm down on that Togekiss and throw a Psychic Fangs at the Obstagoon here. You know, we could go for Earthquake. We're in a position we're going to basically win. The Charjabug is full health. They have no health left, so it's about a wrap. I think the Steelix actually takes this win here for us. And no, they put up a fight until the very end, literally. They said, no, I will waste your time. Bring it in, Charjabug, and taking that win. All right, good game. Moving on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here? A Olamola. So Thunderbolt, is that going to be worth going for? Because these waterfalls sure are doing a whole lot. I do go for it, and exactly as I said, it's going to be on that Melmetal here. So they were trying to catch maybe a Psychic Fangs. but that Thunderbolt's going to go right through the Melmetal, especially in Great League, and we're going to be making it to a Psychic Fangs before they throw their charge move. They want to shield up because they don't want to waste all that energy. They're going to start superpowering me here. 2 is still not going to be enough. It's going to do a lot, but since they did lower their attack, that's pretty much it. But the Olomola is going to be able to farm us down here. Probably a couple of waterfalls. Yeah, and down we go. Unfortunately, no Psychic Fangs for us. But bring it in the Charge-a-Bug, which is going to be able to do a good job up against this thing here. We're going to shield up this first charge move, which is a Blizzard, and would have done a ton of damage to us. So thank goodness we did shield that up. And they're swapping into, what was that? No, they didn't swap yet. Okay. And we're farming them down. What's in the bag? It's weak to us. A Wigglytuff. Okay. Okay. So we need to get that shield. What we're going to do is go for the Thunderbolt here. Or Thunderbolt Discharge. Swap into the Girafarig, and we're just barely able to get to the Psychic Fangs, which would pretty much take them out if they let it go, because it just does that much. It's not like everything else that uses it, because that attack is so great. And we got the shield, bringing in the Charge-a-Bug, making it to the Discharge, and taking the win like that up against that Wigglytuff at the end here. We probably would have lost if the Charm was doing its old damage. Next battle, they're swapping out of their Pelipper and bringing in their Dedenne. And, well, we're going to go ahead and wall them good and nice with the Steelix. Although the Play Rough is still doing a lot of damage, actually. So they're going to be able to spam that. I'm not going to be able to farm like I would have liked to. But, we're not even going to farm at all. Going straight for the Earthquake, huh? Alright, let's just get that thing out of here. And they have a Stunfisk. Again, this thing has really been a pain in my butt. Seriously. I'm probably going to have to start using some sort of grass to combat these. But you already know what's going to happen if I do that. You know, we'll see none. If I put 2 grass on the team, we'll see none and see double fire. That's just the way it goes. So Charge-a-Bug is actually going to be okay since we do have Crunch. But they're going to be immediately swap into their Pelipper. And we're going to go ahead and bring in the Charge-a-Bug here. Hurricane is going to pretty much one-shot us. So we got to kind of be cautious here. We have 2 shields. They're probably going to go for a bait Weather Ball. There it is. Which is going to still do a decent amount, but we don't have to worry about it. This is certainly not going to be a Hurricane, letting it go. And we're going to farm them down. Great. And then go for the crunch up against this Stunfisk here. Looks like Girafarig is going to be able to close this one out here for us, as we're not going to shield this up since we're going to be able to farm pretty fast. And letting it go, they have a bunch of energy loaded up on that thing. So shielding this up, we're going to be able to take a hit, and they're going to have to shield this up here. So let's see what happens. Going for the Psychic Fangs and almost getting to the next one. We already did basically. We just have to wait for this animation to go, and we're good. And we take the win here, surviving that last charge move. And Girafarig taking the win for us. Like I said, I mean, worth the investment. I had a blast. All right, what do we got next here? Up against the Diggersby, super effective with the double kick. Psychic Fangs doing neutral damage. Let's see what we have going on here. We do need to look out for Earthquake. That's gonna one-shot you. That definitely, absolutely. So we gotta be careful. If they bait me with a Fire Punch, that's gonna suck because they're gonna hit the Earthquake right after that. All right, so we called the Earthquake correctly. Great. Going for a Psychic Fangs here, which I would assume we're gonna get a shield because it's gonna do a whole lot now. Nope, letting it go and swapping into a Frostlass. And here we go with this. So we're going to go for the Psychic Fangs to lower their defense, and then swap into the Charge-a-Bug. Since we do have Crunch on it, maybe they'll let it go, not knowing. But at this point, Discharge is pretty much going to be enough to take them out. So it's not like they're calling a Crunch or anything like that. They're just shielding it up to survive whatever we're throwing at them here. And they're letting it go. Great. Probably going to be bringing back that Diggersby. But now they know I have Crunch. But it doesn't really matter because, I mean, they have no health left, right? So they're going to be able to get to a charge move. Fire Punch will take us out. That's going to be enough. I think it is. But they go straight for the Earthquake and said, I will KO your butt right now. So as soon as I saw that Mantang, I knew it was over because we have the Steelix and we're going to lower the defense. And it's 4 times effective. And that's pretty much a wrap. And we're going to be able to take that win there. Yeah, let's go. I'm telling you, this Girafarig double Psychic Fangs team is great. Next battle, we're met with a Alolan Sandslash, and they're going to be taking a whole lot of damage from that double kick. So we could have went for Thunderbolt here, but I figured, you know what, just go ahead and lower the defense and farm them down with the Steelix here. Let's have a little fun with this Psychic Fangs thing. Since we just keep walling everything, it's amazing. I love it. Let's go. Alright, so Sky Attack. Trying to get a shield because it costs less energy, but I'm not going to give it up because you can survive 2 Shadow Balls. I'm pretty sure no problem at all here. So we're going to be able to farm them down with a great amount of energy coming out of this here and a decent amount of health as well. And what did they throw into the fights? What was that? A Toxic Croak does not want to get hit by Psychic Fangs whatsoever, but they're going to be able to farm up a decent amount. Does that one have a hat on? No, that's not the one. Okay. Alright, so they're farming me down. They are shieldless at this point. I bring in the Charger Bug because we can just let this go. I wanted them to just use up their energy here. They're swapping back into the Sand Slash, and we're going to go ahead and I think farm them down at this point because we don't really need to worry about lowering that defense. Yeah. And now that we have the Psychic Fangs, this is going to one-shot the Toxicroak, and Girafarig taking that win for us. Let's go. Alright, moving it on to the next one. What are we going to see here? A Detonate. This is not the worst, you know. Look at their quick move and how much it's doing already. I mean, that's crazy. So, Psychic Fangs it is. I mean, the electric is resisted, right? So we're just going to keep on doing this. I think we may try to catch... Ooh, nope. At this point, we might as well just stick it out and not lock ourselves. And bring in the Steelix to kind of farm them down maybe at this point. Nope, they're going to swap and lock themselves here. Bringing in a Stunk Tank, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Charger Bug. Knowing that they have Flamethrower, that's going to be doing a decent amount to us. It's not Shadow, so I guess we don't have to really shield up the first one. But I do anyways here. Trying to make it to the Earthquake. You know what I should have done? Just 2 Psychic Fangs, farm down. That would have been the way to go. And they shield up the Earthquake, all that energy down the drain here. That's okay. And we're double shielding the Flamethrower. Looks like we're going to try to go for the farm down. No, we're trying to go and swapping into the Charger Bug, which was weird. We could have farmed them down. I do not know why I locked myself here. Let's see if we can play out of this weird play. And they bring in the Detonate. Just, oh my goodness, what's going to happen here? Discharge, not very effective. We're going to go for it. Not very effective. Discharge right back. Don't know why I do that. Okay. Well, I guess, okay, it makes sense because Crunch is also resisted and we don't get stabbed. So, yeah, that's better. But they have a Soul Rock in the back. And I'm like, damn, I'm going to lose this battle. Nope. Going for Earthquake, taking the win. Steelix stealing the spotlight. Moving it on to our next battle. Met with the Frostlass. You already know I despise this lead, at least with this team here. So let's have a little fun and see what we can do. Going for the Psychic Fangs right off the bat here because you want to lower that defense right away. There's really no need to build it up. I'm not trying to bait here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can do more with our double kick, which is actually doing a decent amount. Getting to the next Psychic Fangs, which I would assume they're going to shield it up. And there it is. And trying to catch, bringing in the Steelix. And they were throwing a Crunch the first time, right? So we catch a Crunch, which is great here. And we're going to be able to farm them down, but they're going to be getting to another charge move, which I would assume is going to be Avalanche here. I don't think you want to go with Crunch and Shadow Ball. Alright, yeah, sure is Avalanche, and they're bringing us down pretty low. So our Girafarig, not too healthy, and we got the Charger Bug with full health. Let's see what we can do here. Going to lower that defense on the Gramble, and this is unfortunately kind of our counter to that. But they're immediately swapping and bringing in their Toxapex, which is going to be taking super effective from Electric, and we don't really need to worry about too much here. We are going to be holding on to one shield. They got 0 left. And we're going to probably want to shield up this first one here and hold on to that health. And we're going to swap into the Charger Bug. Swap into the Girafarig. I was trying there. It wasn't freaking letting me. Making it to the Psychic Fangs. And it's enough to take them out. And they bring in the Gramble. And all we got to do is get to 2 charge moves. They did not get any farm last time. Like 1 charm in there. They've gotten about 3 total. And we're getting to the next discharge right on time. And taking the win up against Gramble. And looking good. So is that nerf actually helping for Charm? It looks like we've won 2 games because of it so far. Next battle met with a Pelipper. And we're going to go ahead and charge up a bit. Swap into our Charger Bug. And they're bringing in a Shadow Steelix. So the reason why I did swap into the Charger Bug is because we do technically have 2 counters to the Pelipper. Although it's super effective to the Steelix, we still will be able to do a whole lot of damage. So I just felt comfortable doing that. This isn't the worst, I suppose, because it is going to be Shadow taking a decent amount of damage, but they're also really doing the damage right back. And I'm able to get to 1 more Crunch, which is perfect. I just needed them to be low enough here, but they're going to shield it up. Great. Bringing in the Girafarig. Since they use 1 shield, I'm going to go ahead and do the same here. And they're hitting me with Earthquake. Good. And farming them down. Now we have to remember that the Pelipper does have energy ready to go. We're going to go straight for the Psychic Fangs here. Trying to get a shield. Great. Swapping into our Steelix. And we got their last shield. So, I mean, we could do a lot of damage for whatever they do have in the back, right? And they're going to be going for another Weather Ball here. Do I want to shield it up? We can survive it. But I think we want to hold on to our health since they are shieldless as well. And they're bringing in a Magneton. So, we're going to be able to survive whatever they throw at us here. And then probably even Psychic Fangs. Thunderfang down their Pelipper. And we should be perfectly fine against Steelix pulling off the clutch win for us. But also Girafarig putting in the work, and the Charger Bug did what it had to do as well. And moving it on to our next battle. Met with a Malamar. Didn't know how I felt about this one here. They're going to be doing a whole lot of damage when they hit us with that foul play. So I was getting a little nervous about that because, well, that's going to essentially one-shot us. Absolutely, probably. Alright, so they're going to be letting that go as expected because it's not very effective. They don't really need to worry about that. But the dark type on it is taking a lot of damage from that double kick. We're just dishing it out here. Not even getting any stab either. So they're going to be swapping. We're going to go ahead and go straight for the Psychic Fang. So lower that defense while they are locked in here with that Ferrothorn. And I'm thinking, what should I do here? I mean, if we swap into the Steelix, they're still going to be doing a decent amount with the Power Whip. So what am I going to do? Bring in the Charger Bug. Catch it. Let's see what they got here. If they hit me with Thunder, we resist everything. Perfect. Power Whip's also going to be resisted. Well, let's see how much that does. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to farm them down here. I'm going to spark this Grass type down. Power Whip doing a dumb amount of damage. Don't really like to see that, but we're able to take them down before they get to the next one. And keep in mind, we are shieldless at this point, and they still have 2 shields. So let's see what we can do. They're letting that go through on the Malamar. Going for the next one here. And they do shield this up if I remember correctly. Yes, they do. And the Charger Bug just holding it down here. Since they're so low, we should be able to double kick down. I think I go in there with the Steelix. Yep, there it is. And they have a Frostlass back here. So things are going to get a little bit tricky. I do believe we have energy on the Girafarig, so we got that going for us. If we can lower that one more time, we're going to be okay. I mean, technically, we're already okay at this point. I don't think we're actually going to make it. Yeah, they're getting to another one, but the Girafarig's going to be able to take them down, and then we're going to be able to double kick down. The Malamar be looking great here. We got energy ready to go, going for that Psychic Things. They've already had their defense drop by 1 stage. Down goes the Frostlass, and we take down the Malamar right where we started. Let's go. Alright, that was amazing. So I do believe this is going to be a 5-0 here, and yes, great. Let's keep it going. And, you know, like I said, it is the beginning of the season, but people are not, it's not like it used to be. We're playing with people that know what they're doing, so don't even, sure, if you wait like a week or 2, yeah, you know, that's different, but anyways, next battle, we're met with a Steelix Double Kick City. Let's have a little fun. Isn't this what we've seen in the beginning? Yeah, the very first battle, right? That was my first battle that I ever had with Girafarig. I was like, great, this is interesting here. Alright, anyways, let's see what we have going on. It is going to be a Shadow, so they're going to be taking a decent amount from the double kick here. Unfortunately, they're able to farm me all the way down to 1 HP left. Yeah, that's number 1. So we'll go ahead and bring in our number 2 Shiny here and let this go. It is just going to be a Psychic Fang. So now our defense is down, and they have a, what was that? A Surfetched. Okay. So they swap into their Pelipper when I bring in my Charger Bug here. Now I just know I just need to win this matchup. We're good to go here. Obviously, we'll have to shield this up. They're not going to be able to get to 2 Weather Balls. So we'll go ahead and obviously shield this Hurricane. Okay, good thing we called that one. I was kind of feeling like I should let it go. So we farmed up a little bit extra. I didn't do that by accident. So we can get to the next charge move. I mean, because they're not at a Brave Bird. Leaf Blade's not taking us out, and Night Slash is certainly not going to get us out of here. So we're able to get to the next one. This is going to do quite a bit because Surfetch cannot take a hit. But nice Shiny, your gold versus my gold, and mine wins. Well, in this circumstance, I know it's strong against me. Alright, we got an X-Legend. What you got, boss? Alright, they're swapping into their Galvantula. They led with a Primate. Great. Now they're locked in here with my Steelix. Let's have a little fun here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go for Psychic Fangs right off the bat. I know I did it a little bit different in my last video, but I'm more comfortable with the situation here. And I'm not having them try to wait for that switch clock and then retreat with energy on that thing and try to pull some, like, fancy thing on me or whatever the case may be. So, let's go ahead and just get them down as quick as possible. Alright, so they're pretty much gone, and I do believe they actually keep this thing alive with that much health. They're going to swap right after this. Hitting me with Lunge. Yep, there they go. Primate, we're going to go ahead and go right for this. They thought they were going to counter down. No siree. Nah, not today. Bringing in the Girafarig, and we still need to look out because they can hit us with that, I mean, even Cross Chop is going to hurt because we're part normal. They're going for a Night Slash, which is super effective. I definitely need to look out for that. So at this point, we're going to double shield and then farm them down and hope we can handle whatever's in the back with energy on the Girafarig and then the Charger Bug ready to go with full health. So let's go. We also need to remember that their Galvantula has, what, 1 HP? So they're going to try to catch. You better believe they're going to try to catch. So we're going to go ahead and lower their defense by 2 stages here and then swap into the Charger Bug. And then be careful, because if we waste our energy, we could potentially be in a not winning position, but it's looking pretty good here. Okay, so we're going to farm up. I'm almost going to cap out at 100. Alright, there we go. Trying to catch, and no finger on the trigger here. Now we can go ahead and release the energy, get him with one crunch, and then going for another. And this is actually not going to KO. You're going to see how close this damn battle was. I mean, they were putting up a damn fight. I'm telling you what. And look, it got more energy. 1 HP, they said, I will survive. Ah! And then they take me down by quick moves. Girafarig barely takes the dang win. I'm like, come on. Thank you for watching and take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!